sent my guardian sister back here. Sister Velma Ware's guardian child. Amen. She came to be with us this morning. We all know Barn, don't we? Amen. We're so happy to see her. We've been praying, not only for Sister Ware, but for all of those that are looking this way by faith this morning. I'm going to talk about Sister Graham, Sister Goggin, and Sister Gracie about heaven's reality show. I'm glad to see our new members. Sister Henry, Mickey, Latoya, we miss you. Yeah, we know when you're not here. But we've been praying, and I'm glad to see that you came back this morning. And our members are going to shower you with questions this morning as to how can they get in contact with you the next time they don't see you. You watch them now, they're all over here. And they're going to stay in contact with you. There's so much on the national media, Sister Portia, about reality shows. The Real Housewives of Los Angeles. They even have a reality show saying the real preachers of Los Angeles. Detroit got jealous, and now there's the real preachers of Detroit. But Michael, soon there will be the real preachers of Greater Trinity. But the world is seeking for real stuff. I wish I had somebody. Now every time I say stuff, well, you know, my wife, she said, "You got a dog with it?" You use words like stuff. And I read it to her out of the Bible. She said, "Oh, that's okay." The object of language is to communicate. And you know what stuff is. Stuff is stuff. But the world will tell you just in a moment, Sister Morgan, is I just got to be real. Or I just love him because he seems to be so real. Well, I stopped in to tell you, Dr. Bryant, that heaven is the original real place. And Sister Paula Sadler is that I'm here to tell you that if you really want to know what's real, you've got to have the real truth in your life. We got a witness. Now, if you look at the subject that we're preaching from this morning, it didn't say that I'm going to talk about a reality show. It will say that heaven TV, which is True Victory, reality showing. I was looking at one of my favorite shows the other night, Cast So therefore, I'm not talking about a show. All right. I'm talking about something that will continue even after you walk out the door. Amen. It will keep showing up and around and inside of your home. Yeah. Heaven's reality TV show showing will always be in your life. And heaven will always be telling you and showing me the reality of life. And it will be R-E-A-L. So if you want it to be real, listen to Luke, a medical doctor, called to God. Luke 24. I'm going to highlight 3 verses, and I'm going to come back to those 3 verses every moment of the sermon. Right. The 36 is a transitional verse. What Sunday of Easter is this? You tell everybody that you can see, and Brother Ricky, write to your friends, and tell them that this church celebrates Easter 7 Sundays. Right. And this is the 3rd Easter Sunday. And those of you who don't know that is that we want to continue to celebrate the resurrection so that we can see everything that he made real. Amen. We got with us. And you'll see in the sermon why you have to have more than one Easter Sunday. And as they were saying these things, he himself stood among them. He said to them, as we preached on last Sunday, peace, yes, sir, to you. Have I got a witness? Yes. He said this on the first Easter day, when most of us were here in a crowd of people. Because it was Easter Sunday, and the first one. 38. Why are you troubled? This is Easter Sunday. Go to 44. Then he told them, these are my words that I spoke to you while I was still with you. I wish that happened. That everything written about me in the law of what? The law of what? What is that law? What is the law? Genesis. First book of the Bible. Amen. Exodus. Leviticus. his chosen disciples were startled. And if you look at the definition of startled, that means that they were traumatized. Have you ever heard this? Have you ever preached in front of a bunch of startled, traumatized people, where you have to pull amen out of them? All right. You have to do a monkey shine before they move. Now we're going to witness. Can you imagine how the disciples looked when someone that they had not expected walked into a room that they had locked the door? And the original manuscript says not only had they locked it, they had barred it. That is, they wanted nobody on the outside, inside with them. Now we got a witness. So you and I are looking at startled, amazed, terrified, troubled disciples because of the eighth one. The eighth one says that his disciples had overarching guilt. Have I got a witness? I'm doing a lot less asking for amen these days. All right. Because as I mature in the ministry, I'm finding out is that if you have to drag an amen out of it, it actually came from the person sitting next to you. I just drug it through you. And the reason why is that we come to church with guilt written all over us. Have we got a witness? And you look over to the side of you, and I'm not talking about Great Trinity, by the way, relax. Looking over to the side of you and saying, oh, who saw me? I just spent 6 days doing whatever I wanted to do without any regard to worship or Christ, and I'm looking around to see whether there's anybody in church that's seen me. Now we got a witness. And that's why I came in and told you right away I was dancing last night. So when you hear the rumor, yes! I wish that had somebody. Because I have no guilt. And I have no reservation because I've been led and directed by the Holy Spirit. Have we got a witness? And as you can see here, an eighth point is that you had some startled, terrified, troubled disciples. Guilty. Have we got a witness? Do you know why? They were guilty because in reality, the Lord could have come in and accused them of not being at the cross. All right. They hadn't seen Christ since Thursday. to get you from not doing something that you should have done. Those guys must have been in love with themselves. But they were trembling.
Yes. Yeah.